Susan Dakuzaku. She is the one that created our terrific website. And thank you. People keep coming up and giving positive comments and saying they absolutely love it. And Susan is very creative. She is coming today to help you to understand more about the website. You go and you look on it, but we've had people call the office and say, you know, how can I get more value out of that? How can I use that properly? Or how can I register for the lunch and I'm having trouble, or it kicks me out, or whatever it is. There's a lot of technical things that we need to know to make your relationship with the Chamber more effective and help your business to grow. So Susan is here to talk about that and much more, some of the new things that we're going to be doing as well. So please help me welcome Susan Dakuzaku.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me get set up here. Can you all hear me okay? Okay. Well, I really appreciate the Chamber putting their website in my hands. I think the internet's important, but as you see, people are important too. We launched the new website about a year ago, and who here was at that presentation we did over at the Palace about a year ago? A handful of people. And would you say that the Chamber and the Carmichael community is on the roll right now? Oh, absolutely. The title of the presentation is not about the website, it's Carmichael is on a roll. And let me get some control here. I'm going to point at you. Technical stuff. Okay, so you can quote me on that. And if you don't believe me, I want you to turn to the next person near you, give them a high five and say, Carmichael is on a roll. Okay, thank you very much. So if you didn't believe it before, now you can believe it. Okay, I'm going to move over here so I can kind of see the screen. Okay, go ahead. Hello. All right. So first, let's talk about the internet a little bit. The internet is growing, and it's important because how many people here go to the internet to find product, services, hours of a business, testimony? Everybody. I see almost every hand. And as you'll see in the statistics, 97% of consumers use the internet to research. Okay. Also, by 2014, 53% of total retail sales, both online and off, will be affected by the web. Meaning even if you don't sell product on the web, they might have researched your products or services, and it's going to affect their buying decision. 84% of consumers said they were more likely to check online for reviews. Reviews are huge, don't you agree? That the testimonial from another customer is more important than what the business owner says about themselves, right? So even if you don't use the internet to research yourself, your customers are. So it's important for all business owners to become aware of that and to maximize what they're doing on the internet. Okay, so here's why the internet is challenging. Here you are with your products, goods, and services. You want to reach your customers. They want to find out about you. So there's this thing called the information superhighway that bridges that. Unfortunately, the information superhighway kind of looks like that. Would you agree? It's just kind of like a big muddle out there. And how do you get put from point A to point B? So we're going to talk about ways to solve that. So remember I was telling you about the quote, you can quote me on that? You're going to fill in the blank. A stitch in time saves 9. Yes. That's because if you do something now, it's going to save you in the future. Okay, so phase 1. In 2010, the Carmichael Chamber Board decided to launch a new website, carmichaelchamber.org, and .com actually, and they put a little billboard on the superhighway that says, here we are. Here are our events, here are our members, here are things that you're going to want to know about. So that was the start of phase 1. Take this off. Okay, so this is if we have time, we'll go to the actual live website, but this is what you'll see. You'll see a slideshow of the recent ribbon cutting over at Rieger Pet Hospital. You'll see upcoming events. You'll see links to our sponsors. Okay, go ahead. So first of all, you know, it's like the chicken before the egg. You can't build a website without funding, but nobody wants to be in the website unless people are going there, but you can't do that until you build the website. So what do you do first? And so fortunately, there were some visionaries in our community, in our chamber membership. I'm going to just list them. And would you please stand if you're here? Lynn Brothers Nursery, Mortuary, Mercy San Juan, Escaton. Just go ahead and please stand. Give them a hand. Carmichael Oaks, Fast Tech, New Services, Coffee Plus, California Central Corporation, Fair Cemetery, TP Legal with Linda Melody, Gretz International Floor Fashions, Mission Oaks Park, a Recreation and Park District and Acceleration Services. Would you please stand? I'm going to do a point here. Thank you. Now please remain standing because my goal is to show you how things can get connected. Okay, next slide please. Other early supporters were our advertisers. Bigler CPA, Armor Mini Storage, Attic Antiquities and More, Automedics, Mass Mutual with Dan Bloom, and First Bank. All of these also were advertisers. Now, if you're not standing, my goal is to get you standing before the end of this slide. Keep momentum going. If you are a business that would like more customers, please stand. Not everybody yet, okay. If you are a member of a club or organization that would like people to join your club or come to an upcoming meeting or fundraiser, please stand. Okay, keep coming. Have an event or class that might be of interest to anybody. Please stand. Okay, we're getting there. Or might be interested in any of this information that I just talked about. Please stand. Okay, this is our goal with the website. Eventually to get everybody standing saying, here I am, so people can find you. Thank you very much for standing. Okay, so by the end of the day, you're going to learn more how we're going to do that. As you sow, so shall you reap. Okay, so you got to do something before you get back. What you could do on the Chamber's website for free. So I am not asking for any funds right now. I'm going to tell you how to maximize doing for free. First of all, find and do business with another Chamber member. Or learn more about them so you can refer them if you don't have a need for their services yourself. Most of us are in business here to get more business. We've got to be busy, right? And so how you can do that is by using other people's services, because that finds the pump. Because if each of you committed to at least do business with somebody you haven't done business with already, by going to the website and say, I found you on the Chamber website, do you think that would get some momentum going about people using the website more to find other businesses? Yes. Okay, thank you. Submit testimonials for them on the Chamber website. At the bottom of everybody's profile is ability to leave a testimonial. So if you're happy with a service or product that you bought from somebody else, leave a comment. Because as you saw in the earlier statistics, people are looking for that. So you can help them out by leaving your comment, and from a little on the self-serving side, you get to leave your name. And put your business name there too. So say, like Linda Melody, prepaid legal services, that gets people aware of what you do as well. So be sure that you take advantage of that. The Chicken Soup for the Soul books, Mark Victor Hansen said, ask, 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 ask. Just don't wait. If you want something, ask people to help you because we're willing to help. So ask people for comments. If they just say, would you mind going to the Chamber's website and leaving a comment for me? And they don't have to be Chamber members to do that. You can ask somebody else to do that. And that drives traffic to the website. If we each ask 10 of our customers to go to the Chamber website to leave us a testimonial, they're going to see about the fundraiser events, or about things that are going on. Or, gee, I was looking for somebody who did carpeting or something. All of a sudden, we're starting to, again, keep the momentum going. Invite non-members to attend a mix or a luncheon and to check out the Chamber website. We're all busy, and so they might not be interested in coming to a luncheon without knowing more about the Chamber. But if you send them to the Chamber's website, they tricky, huh? Thank you. That wasn't part of the app. So if you ask them to go to the Chamber website to check out more about the Chamber, they get to learn more and see the members. And see how this is going to start some snowball going? Okay. Next slide. Don't judge a book by its cover. But we do, right? It's all about presentation. So what more can you do on the Chamber's website for a small investment? For as little as $100, we can add your logo onto your profile, a map to your location, a brief description. The testimonials are always there, but let's look at a before and after. Okay, what sticks out at you on this website?
Second one down.
Armor Mini Storage. If you look just below that, that's the same listing without the logo. So imagine if that's your competition. Wouldn't you rather be the one at the top? And we're talking about as little as $100 for the year to kind of help us help you get more customers. If you go to the next slide, this is the page without information on it. Next slide. This is a page with information on it. everybody, you're going to get a phone call if people know your hours, testimonials. There's a video on there. So again, we really want to help you get the most out of the internet. Now, this is not meant to replace a website, but as you know, some websites aren't very good about telling a story or having the phone number in a convenient place. So we've come up with a format that has most of the pertinent information very well located so people can find it. Okay, next slide. Okay, no man is an... You guys are good. Okay, so what we did was started with the Carmichael Chamber site. In phase 2, we have the Carmichael Community Calendar. The Carmichael Chamber, Carmichael Parks and Rec District, and the Mission Oaks Recreation and Park District have all agreed to put all their events in one place. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? Yeah. So that you go to one website and find out all the classes and all the events and the fundraisers and the 4th of July that's going on, instead of having to go to various websites. Individuals and organizations who are not in those organizations can submit their own events. And Lois, where are you?
Did it already.
You did it already. She sent a flyer. Was it hard?
No, it was easy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Because, she sent it to Linda, and Linda and I would love to post all your events out there, but we're kind of busy right now, huh, Linda? And so this makes it easy for you to submit your information. We do kind of screen it, so please don't put your garage sale, even though I do frequent garage sales. We don't want you posting the garage sale up there, but we want to make sure it's pertinent information for the community. So that's for free. Okay, that's this and that. Okay, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Oh, thank you. Next. The community calendar. Obviously, if we can make your profile better on the website, we can also improve the presence of your calendar event. So we can add a photo, logo, video, again to compel people to come to your event. Because out of sight is out of mind. Right. You need that visibility. So if we go to the next slide, this is the Carmichael Community Calendar. You'll see in the left spot, that's actually a slideshow that will scroll through some featured events. On the right side of the upcoming month's events, kind of condensed. You're just looking at the first week. After a meeting with the Mission Oaks Recreation and Park District, I uploaded the 2 months, May and June events in there. There is a full calendar of classes, things to do, clubs, etc. And that's just 1 week. Now, for those of you saying, well, that's way too much information. You'll see up there, there's a button there, believe me, you can't really read it from there, but it says search. If you put in search, and I did this morning, I typed in dance. Up pop the aerobics classes, the dance aerobics class, jazzercise. Up pop the ballroom classes. So just by typing in a keyword, you're gonna be able to sift through all this. Plus there's categories. These are gonna be color-coded by your interests. So you can see everything. The other nice thing is, let's see the next slide, is as I mentioned, how many people have been to the farmer's market over there at Carmichael Park? Not everybody. You guys gotta go. It's every Sunday from 8 to 1. They've got live music. They have this balloon twisting. There's a lot of fun stuff. And what a beautiful park. Parks make life better, right? Right? So go out there and check this out. Now, you might take my word for it, and you might see that it's next Sunday from 8 to 1. But if you open this up, you'll see a video that we shot about a week or 2 ago. You'll see a map to the park if you don't know where it is. You'll see who to contact and all that other information that's going to help people go to your events. So that is, we're starting this like as little as $7 just to post some of that information, because again, we're not there to make money on this. We really just want to help you get the word out more. Okay, next slide please, thank you. If you build it, they will come. Well, that's not true on the internet, is it? For those of us who have websites, just because you throw it out there with all this great information, people have to know about it. So that's only true for the Field of Dreams, and if they ever build that King's of Dreams. That's the only place that works. So how are we going to build traffic and awareness? We're going to have links and reference from other websites. So with our affiliate partners, we want to have you link to us, and we'll link to you. Because we're basically creating this great big bubble on the World Wide Web. So once people land on one thing, they can kind of daisy chain to all the other stuff going on in Carmichael. We have ads in Go For It magazine. Is anybody seeing these magazines out here? We've been writing an article for this, and we're just doing this in Carmichael with a little quarter-page ad letting people know about the upcoming events for the next month and a reference to the website so people can go and find out the other stuff, because we only have a quarter-page ad. And so if you have a website or publications, we would love to talk to you and see how we can, again, even though it's not all on the internet, I think the physical presence of publications is important in getting the word out, because it's not all about the internet. We are going to have a newsletter, and where is Pam from Papa Murphy's? Right here. Right there. She's going to be, she's our first prize donator business. We're going to help get the word out about her Papa Murphy's, so she's going to donate prizes, because, you know, we're kind of like, we like incentives, right? So for our newsletter, the incentive is join our newsletter. We're going to have monthly drawings for prizes from our business community, which helps get the word out about the businesses, but gets more people on our newsletter, which again, you're keeping that snowball going. Okay, we are also in negotiations with the farmers market about having a presence there. All of these things we see as a great way to kind of link people to one point and kind of get them aware of all the other stuff going out there. Much more to come. Okay, all ships rise with the... Cool. Okay, so here's my definition of www. It's win-win-win. A website works when it's a win for the community, and again with this calendar, we now have something that's a community asset. Would you agree with that?
Yep. Yes.
It's a win for the organization. So one of the things that was important for me with this calendar solution was that not to make extra work for the parks districts. You don't need extra work, right? No. So what they can do is add their information into this calendar, but also we can feed them their own information to their website. So it's in one place, so you're not having to do things twice, which we really like. And then it's a win for business, because as you saw with that whole World Wide Web, it's challenging for any business or organization to get the word out about their products and services. We're trying to make a bubble here in Carmichael, so that with our connections on the grounds, in the print, on the website, it's just easier for all of us. So all roads lead to
Carmichael.
Carmichael. I told you. Because, again, as I said, we're building this little bubble, so people can find one spot and get easily kind of daisy chained through all the events, businesses, and things out there. So we have a few minutes for questions. Does anybody have any questions? Yes. Cost. You know, this is something that Bill and I are building right now. Eventually, we would love to have some sponsors, businesses that would want to advertise, but I don't feel comfortable in asking for that right now, because we have to get the word out. But love that you ask, because it's just like anything, you have to invest sometimes. And as we saw with the Chamber's website, if nobody stepped forward and said, you know, I believe in what you're doing, I'm willing to open up my checkbook and put in what I can afford to do, if nobody did that, we would be still where we were a year ago. So I really want to thank those businesses who have stepped forward and said, I see where you're going, because I think we've made some progress, not only because of the website, but because of the work of Linda Melody, the board, the community out there. The fact that you all come to these luncheons and network, and this is the momentum I was talking about. So if you have an interest in more detail about anything, please see Bill or myself, and we'll have more information on the website as we move forward. Any other questions? Okay, let's see, Fred.
Do you see traffic increasing well, since it's been implemented the last few months?
With the Chamber's website? Yes. Oh, yes. The statistics have been up, I think, since February or March. For the statistics. Yeah, we've been keeping track, and it's just like anything, it's like this momentum, but let me tell you a little story. You know Rancho Cordova? You're across the river? We have actually been building websites for Rancho Cordova the last 3 years. And it started with the 4th of July website, then we built one for the Cordova Council, which is an organization of nonprofits over there. We built a tourism website way back when, and have been linking these together. And the story I wanted to share with you is there was a contest by Reader's Digest, and I know that those who are involved with Jan Park, there was that contest, was it that Rayleigh's was doing? And you vote for your thing, and then you get points, right? Well, Rancho Cordova was in this national contest for Reader's Digest. They did it in February, and when we found out about it, it was only a month before the deadline. So we had a lot of catching up to do for those communities who knew about it from the get-go. Within 1 month, we went from 83rd place to 13th place, which was pretty good for Rancho Cordova. What happened was they decided to do it again, so they started another contest. Rancho Cordova finished in first place with, does anyone want to guess how many votes we got?
2 million.
Over 2.5 million. Number one in the whole country, and I attribute, yeah, thank you. Good for Rancho Cordova, but what I wanted to share with you, it's because they have been so involved in their e-newsletters. They have a really extensive e-newsletter. We've got a pretty extensive website that links all this information. So instead of trying to build something from scratch, they've been doing this for 3 months. And so what I see for Carmichael is this momentum. I'm really thankful that both parks and rec districts have seen some value to this. Because if we didn't get their events up there, that's like 80–90% of the stuff going on. But if we get all of your organizations involved and your information up there, we're going to start to create this really good bubble in Carmichael that's going to help create things not only like the Reader's Digest contest, but other things. More business for people, more awareness of what's going on, who to contact. Any other questions? Okay. Yes?
The calendar now is on the website itself?
Yes, actually, can you pull up the calendar website? We'll pull it live. Now, just again to tell you a story, somebody was asking it because there's been a reference to Bob's Pocket. Let me tell you the story behind Bob's Pocket. Bill and I have always believed in what I call aggregate marketing. Instead of just trying to market one thing or one business, trying to link things together so it's easier for everybody. And we came up with the name Bob's Pocket. That's the chamber website. Oh, okay. We came up with the name Bob's Pocket because, first of all, Craigslist, all those kinds of it creates a personality. And CarmichaelCommunityCalendar.com sounded kind of boring to me. Does it sound boring to you? So the reason we came up with Bob is because it was a friendly name. We went through Stan, Craig, and Bob just was a name that stuck. And so Bob's story is that if you go up to him and say, hey Bob, do you know a good event to go to this weekend? I'm kind of bored. He would happen to have the business card in his pocket. So that's the name of Bob's Pocket. So Bob, just think of that as the bubble that encircles everything in Carmichael, from the links to the park and rec websites, to the chamber, to all the businesses that are linked into that. So think of it as the bubble. So you'll see on bobspocket.com, here's all the events going on in Carmichael, the featured events, etc. And again, there's the search and the ability to submit your own event so that you can get it published without big trouble.
How hard is it to submit your own event?
Lois?
Well, if you go forward, can you go to August? Because we already have our
Yeah.
August 6th down Riverdale on there.
There you go.
I just filled all that
That was
out.
the submit button. Yeah, so what Lois did was she just filled in the blanks. It's a basically fill in the blanks, give us your contact information in case we have a question or something like that. But it took you how long?
Oh, 20 minutes max.
Pretty easy. Question?
Do we need a password to get into?
No. I'm setting up passwords for like the recreation and park district so they can get in because they have a lot of information. But if you just have one event, you just fill in this form. If you want an account, we can set that up for you. Any other questions?
Can you go forward to August to show what?
Yeah, show it what it is. You're on the month profile, so if you just hit that arrow next to it, there you go. Oh, while we're waiting for that, if
It's
he's,
coming.
it's coming. Now it looks kind of empty and tuning on. There it is. So if you click on it, it'll open all the details. Contact information. So you can be as comprehensive as you want. And then if you need help with pictures or videos, we can help you with that. Any other questions?
So eventually she could get her flyer on that? Is that?
We can upload that. It takes a little bit of technical thing, but like just contact us and we'll figure it out.
They're on the table today.
Yeah, pick it up. But just call us if you have any questions about that. Let's see, we have the surveys, Carol. Let me just mention that we want to know what you want to know. So we have these little short surveys. If you would mind filling out, because we actually have a possibility of teaching some classes, both on how to market your business on the internet, maybe some questions about computers in general, because they got the smartphones now and all that stuff. So if you want to just indicate things that you might be interested in, that way we can schedule some training or classes that will go into a lot more detail than what we've just spoken about here. Any other questions? Well, I want to really, Bill and I really feel like we've been welcomed to the Carmichael community. We actually live on the other side of San Juan in Fair Oaks. But I'm so grateful for Linda Melody and the board for inviting us to join their chamber and to get involved, because as we said, what you sow is as you reap. So we want to sow a lot, because I'm sure we all want to reap a lot, right? Okay, any other questions? I guess I'll leave that back to you, Linda. Thank you.
Feel free, if you think of a question later, to give Susan a call. She'll be glad to help. A few announcements.